One and all, thank you for joining us. It's a beautiful morning and we are sure it's going to be a very high intensity game.
The captain has opted to bat first after winning the toss.
These players will be taking the field today. Both teams look balanced and eager to perform. Welcome everyone to this wonderful venue. We have the umpires walking out with the new ball in their hand. Openers walking in and the crowd cheering in anticipation. Pace bowler into the attack. Bowler has the new ball. We're all set to go for the first ball of the innings. Very well struck. Nobody's going to catch that unless in the crowd. Oh, beats the edge and the batsman's played all around that one. That was a moral victory for the bowler. Masterful batting. There's such a wonderful crowd in to watch their favorite players. Wow, he's picked the bones of that one. Shouts of catch it, but nobody will. That's 6 runs. I know he's a fierce competitor and doesn't shy away from a challenge, but that is just crossing the line, I think. Well, the captain has been very smart with his bowling changes. Wonderful sound of the bat, and that's a 6.
Goes to
Oh, that's beautifully done by the batsman. Exquisite timing. Good aggressive intent shown by the batsman. Good shot for a single. He really had to reach for the ball to collect it. Wow, he's picked the bones of that one. and deposited out of the park for a 6. That's a clean strike. Bang! That's powerfully struck by the batsman for a maximum. These two gentlemen have played really well and have been finding the gaps at will. Important partnership this. Good bowling, it beats them all, ends up. Batsman losing his concentration there. Good shot for a single. Came around quickly to cover the throw. Bowlers can actually get extra bounce by bowling cutters on this pitch. Wow, that is extraordinary. That's a magnificent hit for a 6. Wonderful 50 and the crowd applauds. He's growing in stature as well in this innings. Oh, he's clubbed that for a 6. That's a great hit. Poor ball, but that's a sensational shot. That's going to be 4. He's not going to miss out on those. Bang! That's powerfully struck by the batsman for a maximum. Four runs, plays into the gap fabulously. Spinner brought into the attack. Well, that brings us to the end of the power play. Fielding captain can now have more fielders outside the inner circle. Good shot for a single. Batsman will get extra runs as an unnecessary overthrow. Beauty from the bowler, zips past the edge. Tell you what, that previous delivery must be playing in the batsman's head. Good shot by the batsman. Can they steal a second here? Well bowled, past the edge of the bat. Batsman losing his concentration there. Up in the air. Well, that's how poor shot from the batsman. Must be kicking himself. A long walk back to the pavilion. Doesn't look happy at all. Perfect delivery, perfect length, making the batsman play a false shot. The bowler must try and keep this new batsman on strike and create pressure. Well placed into the gap, possible too. Glorious, absolutely glorious. Will he take him on again? Let's see. Beauty from the bowler, zips past the edge. Batsman losing his concentration there. Good shot for a single. Nice throw straight to the top of the stumps. Good shot by the batsman. Can they steal a second here? Oh, he's thrown it wide. Poor running between the wickets. Really poor. Tremendous hit this. That's a crowd catcher. That's a six. Picked and deposited out of the park for a six. That's a clean strike. That was a stunning shot. There is a little bit on the surface for the bowlers. It is also good for batting. Well bowled, past the edge of the bat. That was a moral victory for the bowler. Good shot for a single. Oh, he's thrown it wide. Well, that is glorious. Absolutely glorious. Perfect timing. Good effort by the fielder. Very well played. Just working on the field where the gaps are. Shouts of catch it, but nobody will. That's 6 runs. Wow, that is extraordinary. That's a magnificent hit for a 6. High class, fabulous inning. It's an absolutely brilliant century that. Bowlers need to bowl tighter lines to him. They have to make sure it's not a daddy 100. Wow, he's picked the bones of that one. Spinner brought back from the other end. I tell you what, he uses the crease well to play the spinners. Good shot for a single. Well, you can sense something is going to happen here. The bowler not allowing the batsman to free his arms. Turned away for a single. That's a quick throw right on top of the stumps. Good bowling, it beats him all ends up. Batsman losing his concentration there. Very good running between the wickets. That's an excellent throw. It's in the gap. They will look for some extra runs here. Squeeze a single there, good running. That's a quick throw right on top of the stumps. Spin him back, I think that's a good move. Well bowled, past the edge of the bat. That was a moral victory for the bowler. Not a great ball, and that has been hammered. Terrific shot. Crowd is enjoying every bit of this action. Well, that's a slaughter. Any top order batsman would have struggled with that one. Looks frustrated as he takes a long walk back to the pavilion. Must be so disappointed with that shot. Bowler is fired up, looks good to get another scalp. Good shot for a single. There is a little bit on the surface for the bowlers. It's also good for batting. Turned away for a single. Very good running between the wickets. Spinner brought back from the other end. Oh, he's thrown it wide. Very important to keep wickets in hand, because in the death overs, they'll have that security. That is glorious. Perfect timing and placement. He's too good a player not to take advantage of anything loose. Beauty from the bowler, zips past the edge. Tell you what, that previous delivery must be playing in the batsman's head. Beautiful shot by the batsman, that's 4 more. The crowd is enjoying every bit of this action. Well bowled, past the edge of the bat. Batsman losing his concentration there. That's high in the air. Gone, bowled the right length and found the edge. The fielding side is ecstatic after that breakthrough. Smart bowling, bowling according to the field set. That's gone high. Good shot for a single. Ah, that's a good throw, straight into his hands. Bang! That's powerfully struck by the batsman for a maximum. That looks handsome. It certainly is a huge six. Oh, he's clubbed that for a six. That's a great hit. That's a six. The power is extraordinary. Last ball coming up. Wow, that is extraordinary. That's a magnificent hit for a six. End of the first inning. Won't be long before we resume this